All right, and we are live. Good afternoon, everybody, from the kitchen on the Rancho. It is Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, 2019. So welcome to all of you. Of course, we've got Handsome Robert coming up to the Rancho today. If I can get a sound check. Hey, Nika, how you doing, honey? Nice to see you, Robin. I got to adjust this so I can see the screen a bit better. There we go. How you doing, Rain Pipe? Welcome to all of you. Today we're going to be doing Happy Meal. Hello. Going to be doing a little bit of prepping for Handsome Robert to come today. Two things on the agenda today. Meatballs. Hello, Mouse Toes. Nice to see you. If I haven't added you as a mod from the other channel, it is my intention to do so. Hello, Beryl. Nice to see you. All right, thank you. It is my intention to do so. Just give me a little bit of time to do that as people come over to the other channel. This is of course, my backup channel. I do like to add to it and try to achieve more balance in the channels. Hello, Joshua. JJ, how are you? How are you doing, sweetie? Nice to see you. I would like to make some nice meatballs today, and I have got a good start on a big loaf of Italian bread here today, and this has been rising. Initially, I knocked this out about 9 o'clock this morning. I started it out. It's already had 2 rises. The third rise, we're going to shape it here, and we're going to put it on our pan. Thank you very much, Joshua. I appreciate that. So I'm going to move. I think I'm going to shape up the bread first. I've got the oven set as high as it will go, 800 degrees. On my oven, you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, 800 degrees, are you crazy? Yes, 800 degrees. What you want to do is initially start your bread for about 10 minutes at the highest temperature that your oven will allow. Make sure it's very preheated. Spray that loaf real well with some water. Make sure you make your cuts on it to allow it to open up and spring. We're going to make a little bit of egg wash and put it on top of it here and then pop it in the oven. I'm also going to throw a few ice cubes into the oven too on the oven floor, and that's going to provide some steam. So thumbs up for meatballs. That's right. Hello, OG YouTuber. Nice to see you. I'm going to close this door. Too much of a draft coming in here. We're still waiting for the sun to come out today. The first thing I want to do is I want to wash my hands very thoroughly, and you should always have good food handling technique. Okay, whether it's your family, whether it's you, or whether it's anyone. You want to make sure that you're doing the very best, using very clean, and basically every other day I launder three towels here, so there's always fresh one to use, and you want to make sure that your hands are very clean. Okay, this is people you care about, including yourself. And I have to be honest, on YouTube I see some horrendous food handling practices. Okay, make sure your hands are clean. If they're not clean, wear gloves, for God's sakes. Okay, I usually see that, but in the last 2 years particularly I've been on YouTube, it's really been astounding to me. Yep, there we go. Nika's like, yes, clean hands. And we laughed about that yesterday on Nika's channel with her stream about hygiene. And it's really kind of scary to me sometimes to think how much, I mean, am I wrong? It's almost like society is regressing in a lot of places these days. And now we're having outbreaks of things that should never happen, because people refuse to wash their hands after they use the bathroom and other things. So practice good habits, okay? Your homemade bread always looks good. Thank you, Daisy Dukes. How you doing, 60s? Yeah, cross-contamination, no cross-contamination in food handling, exactly. All right, so what I'm going to do is punch this down. This dough, and that's allowing it to deflate, and I'm going to pull it up from the edges here. Turn the bowl here, and all I'm doing is working it into the center. I'm going to put a little flour on the counter that I've neatly I've already cleaned this up very thoroughly and sanitized the counter. I'm going to get a little bit of flour here and put it on the counter. It astounds me when I go into restaurants and I'll go into the ladies' room and there's waitresses and cooks in there that don't wash their hands after they use the toilet. It astounds me. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this out on the counter here, and then we're going to give this the final shaping here. Pardon me for drifting in and out the camera. What I'm going to do is put this into a square, a rectangle shape here, and then I'm going to turn it, fold it like a letter here, and I'm going to pinch it up. Fold it in three like you would a letter, the lost art of writing letters, right? Now I'm going to roll this, and I want to push in the ends while I roll it. I want to take my two hands, take my two fingers, and kind of push in the ends here. Okay. All right. Patsy, how are you, sweetie? Nice to see you. And there we have a really nice looking loaf. We can put that right on the pan here. All right, there it is. You can tuck in the bottoms a little bit, tuck in the ends, and that'll give it room to rise while we work our meatballs. All right, that looks pretty good. That dough is alive. It's going to be really good too. I'm going to go ahead and get some plastic and cover that. Let me spray that with a little. This will do what's called the final rise here. Generally, I'll do 2 rises, then form and allow the 3rd rise. Okay. Spray that off a little bit. Okay. Remember, good food handling technique. Take a little bit of, just loosely cover that, and then we'll sit this on the side here. I want to put this in a warm place, then I'll clean up a couple dishes here. And we're going to get started on the meatballs. Now, you will have to use your hands for the meatballs, so make sure they're very clean. I will be handling raw pork and all that, so there we go. I'm doing good, Nature Woman. How are you, honey? Nice to see you. Sit this over here. I hope you're all having a good day. Good Sunday. Good to hang out. Good to hang out with you a little bit. Yeah. I've just seen some really the stuff that just shocks me in restaurants. And I was reading an article about how less people are eating out now. They're buying more pre-made dinners that are sold in stores and stuff. And, the restaurants are getting out of control. Portion control is insane. You know, they use very big plates that are very shallow to serve soup and things these days. They do all kinds of tricks and stuff to fool you. Yeah, so far so good. Hey Stephanie, how you doing? I watched my friend burn everything. Oh, there you go. Grizz, how you doing? Yeah, there you go. Papa Grizz, how are you? Yeah, I like spaghetti and meatballs. I was kind of disappointed. Those of you who were on the stream last night, I was kind of disappointed by Henry's at the hotel there. Their menu was very limited. They brought me out a short ribs dish that was, well, it wouldn't have fed an ant hardly. And I ended up getting a side order of fries, which were good, but it was way too big of an order. And I ended up having those just sit in my belly all night long. So that really sucked. I'm not able to hear now. Oh, no problem at all. Good afternoon, Nathan. How are you? How's your camping trip going? So it's one of my favorites too. So we can get on to the meatballs. I'm going to just do a little more cleanup here. We got our bread rising nicely. Make sure you get some nice wooden spoons. I have two pieces of bread. They can be a little on the stale side too. This is going to help act as a binder here for our meatballs. And I have a ½ pound each of ground Italian sausage and regular, really nice ground beef here. I'm going to get my wooden spoon, and you guys should get used to using wooden spoons to break up this sausages, this Italian pork sausage here. Lady Di, you love me, huh? Boy, it's nice to be loved. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, it's my lucky day today. Love, exciting and new. I hope Robert does your good. Yeah, we'll see when Robert comes. We'll see what time he arrives here. What I'm doing is just chopping this up and blending this really well. We're letting our bread rise over there. Make sure that gets the full rise. Yeah, he said he would, so what do you say? We're going to hold it to him. I did buy him, well, you guys did buy him dinner last night. I've enjoyed such a nice level of support on the streams, of which yesterday was another huge one, but we sure had fun on that stream. Good Lord, did we have a good time. Why do you like wooden spoons? Just because of the leverage they allow, because of the sanitary action. You wouldn't think wood spoons are actually more sanitary and healthier than using plastic. So, they're fantastic. You guys see, I don't even use electric mixers when I do cakes anymore. I do everything manually now. Yeah. I just love a good set of wooden spoons. This one allows me to whip things too because of because of the length of it. It really works great. Really wonderful. So look at how I'm blending this. And the key is take your time to blend this together. Get ready to get your hands in there too. I'm gonna clean and very carefully sterilize my hands one more time. Okay. Look at how nicely that's all worked together. You really can't even differentiate. Okay. On that. Now, some people ask me, how do you get umami, that Japanese concept of umami, which really means unctuousness. It's kind of like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a lusciousness in things when you're working with meat. I like to use rice wine vinegar here. This is one of my little secrets for our marinades and everything else here. I'm going to use about 1 teaspoon of this. And just add that in, okay? People won't even be able to detect it. You can also use a little bit of red wine vinegar if you want to, okay? You ever try the Simple Creek beef? No, I don't think I've ever had that before, Bluebird. I'm usually kind of on a budget, but I did pay up before when we had the party. I don't know when I did. A while ago, I made spaghetti and meatballs. I really love a little bit of rice wine vinegar. It's almost indetectable to people. Okay, now we're going to go ahead. Notice I haven't used my hands yet. We're going to add the first egg in, and we're going to work that in now. All right, what we're going to do is work that in very thoroughly. Okay, is Georgie in there? He must have smelled the meat. He must have snuck in on me. Okay, sometimes you need 1, sometimes you might need 2 eggs. $8.99. Wow, $8.99 a pound. Simple Creek at Oliver's. Okay, I think I got the very best that you can get. I don't know. All right, that's got a real nice consistency to it right there. Now we're going to take our bread and we're going to kind of cube this up a little bit. Want to get this into small. This is like our binder agent here. And I don't know if you can see this. I'm just kind of cubing this up a bit. I have a pretty sharp knife here. No, I'm going to put it over spaghetti tonight when the handsome Robert comes here tonight. Okay. We're doing that. Go. Okay, so that's pretty good. We want to kind of get this super fine, these bread here, and I like it soft because it's going to absorb a little bit of the moisture. Okay, we can put this into our bowl now. All right, that's pretty good, and I like to work it together by stages, and we're going to have to eventually get our hands in here, but the longer we can delay that, the better. We want this bread to now absorb some of the juices. Okay. All right. And I put a little bit of rice flour here too. I'm going to get that. Well, I don't have the rice flour. I don't have the rice flour, so I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of semolina flour. Okay. This will be my ultimate binding agent here. And you can get this Bob's Red Mill. Okay. Just spread that a little around. That'll give a little bit of Italian flour. To use that, or cracker crumbs. You can use cracker crumbs. There's just something about biting into soft bread too. Generally, you can take 2 pieces of Italian bread too. But I want to make this pretty fine here. And get this all worked in so it all looks pretty much uniform here. Yeah, lucky Robert. Got my rum and Coke. Yeah, some people use crackers. There's so many different ways that you can vary this. It's amazing. I'm just breaking up the bread here, working that all together really, really well. Okay, really good. And that's the way I like to. That's the way I like to see it. There's going to be a softness component to that too. The bread and the semolina flour is going to keep it from over hardening. Now we want to add 1 teaspoon of salt here. Let's work that in. Okay. Let's work the salt in there. Don't over salt it because I find most people add salt at the table. Yeah, I kind of hope he gets the curtain rod installed, but it's not mandatory. But it would be nice. Okay, look at how nicely blended that is now. Breaking up the big pieces of bread. They're all smaller size. Now we're going to use a ½ teaspoon of pepper. I'm going to open this pepper. Okay. You'll notice that I just eyeball things a lot on here, just because I've done so much in the kitchen. Now we're working that around. Okay. Yeah, we need that rod up there. Mouse Toes is going to come and kick me ass if I don't get that thing up there. All right, that's good. I'm really liking the consistency of that. Okay. Now we got garlic powder. We're going to add Got a quarter of a teaspoon of garlic powder in there, okay? Hey, Katie, how are you doing, beautiful? Then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of, half a teaspoon of basil. I thought this was oregano, so half a teaspoon of basil. And a teaspoon of oregano leaves, okay? You can use Italian seasoning if you want. Okay, now we're going to work that together. That's going to give a little bit of Italian bite to the meatballs, okay? Really good. Yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds like a good mix. And just make sure you mix that really thoroughly. Okay, and these should have no problem sticking together at all. When it comes time to put the, some people, believe it or not, will use grape jam too. A couple teaspoons of grape jam will keep it soft. I think Lori Green had talked about that. All right, and that looks really, I like that mixture. It almost wants to come together right now, so that is perfect, okay? I like basil too. I like that, okay? I think that's really the super right consistency. I'm going to add 1 more shake of I do have a little red wine vinegar too. I'm going to add 1 little spritz of red wine vinegar on there too. Yeah, red wine vinegar, you can use that. If you have the Asian rice wine vinegar, use that. Okay. Let's give this 1 more. Yeah, meatballs and crock pot with, exactly. So there is something to that. Okay. Any last bits of bread, breading in there, just break them up. Now we have a very uniform mixture in there. Now it's time to put our heat on. We're going to get a little bit of olive oil here. We're going to get everything set. Then I'm going to wash my hands again. You want to make sure your hands are thoroughly clean. I'm a freak when it comes to cleanliness and hands. Let's see where in the hell our olive oil is. Just enough to kind of work the bottom on that. Okay. Put that up there. You jam your balls in a crock pot. Yeah, we're cooking together here today. Where our bread is rising nicely here too. We got our oven set to 800 degrees, as high as it'll go. I'm going to put the heat to this. Now I'm going to really clean my hands very thoroughly here. If you want to go the extra mile, you can use the disposable gloves too that they use in. You can pick up them in restaurant supply houses, $3.50 for like $100. Put them on too for food handling. I always keep my hands clean, okay? Especially if you have cuts or anything like that. You know, think about the people that are going to be eating, okay? I'm going to get in here and shape our meatballs very loosely. Do not pack them tightly, okay? They should hold form very well, just like so. Sit them in there. I'm just moving it around my hands. They should all be uniform in size. Pardon me, I'm looking real Italian now with my top coming down. my crazy top coming down. There we go. This might yield about a dozen. Give them a good squeeze and then just roll them, okay? How you doing, Cheryl? If you squeeze them too lightly, they have a tendency to want to get a little too firm, which is okay. Some people like a very firm meatball. I just give them one squeeze. Let me flip these around. Let's make sure they don't stick initially, okay? Give them an initial lift off so they don't squeeze. They don't. I'm going to turn my heat very low till I get them all in there. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, you want them to hold together with this. The less you squeeze them, give them a good initial squeeze. Okay. Should be enough to just. Yeah, you can bake them too, Cheryl. That's a great way to do them too, and they're going to maintain absolute softness. I like to get them a little brown on the cast iron to cook my meatballs. Yeah, there you go. That works too. Put them in the oven. That's a great way to do it. All right, that is a super way to do it. Have you always been? I've been more of a baker than a cook, honestly. I love baking much more. I'd love to be a pastry chef. Okay. What meat? Hey Cindy, how you doing? I'm using half of ground Italian sausage. Okay, Italian pork sausage, and half of it. Now make sure you clean your hands well. You've been having raw pork. Okay. Work yourself a good lather. Pardon my piss pollen out of here. I look like a real Italiano now. Just make sure you practice good food handling, okay? Well, I'm going to add a little more olive oil in here. We're going to have some beautiful meatballs here. Remember, this is pork, so these things, okay. You can kind of flip them a little bit. Okay. Get that initial brown. And then once they're all browned, I'm going to get my spatula here. I'm going to use a wooden spoon to help them along. Once they get that initial brown on all sides, they'll hold their shape. Then at that point, you can put them in the oven if you want. All right, these look beautiful. Look out, they're holding together real well. The less you handle them, the better. Okay. They're looking good. Good. Okay. We want to make sure they're cooked thoroughly. They're nice and soft right now. Okay. As you cook them off, they're going to get a little bit firmer in there. Okay. Spaghetti and meatball pie, baking a passion, cooking something one has to. That's right, baking is a passion. I definitely love that. Yeah, they're looking good so far. We want to turn the heat low. We want to get them on brown side, all sides, and then we're going to cover them. We've got to make sure that they cook through thoroughly, but we don't want them to lose all of their moisture. And that's very, 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 very important. Use my big. I think I'm gonna get my. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my big cover from the wok. This wok cover is really beautiful. Fits down. It's going to retain that moisture. We want to make sure all the moisture is not driven out of these. Okay. We got our heat low, manageable. The more these cook, the easier they are to flip around. They will hold their shape. Remember in the beginning, So be very gentle with the meatballs, okay? Make sure that they're thoroughly cooked. Pork is a lot safer than it used to be, but we don't want to take a chance here. Trichinosis and all that, okay? Get them browned on all sides. For supper, lots of dishes. I kind of clean things as I go along. Right now, I'm going to clean out the bowl that I use the pork in, the meatball. I like to clean as I go. Gigi, how you doing, beautiful? I see my girl Gigi in here. Clean as you go. Keep that heat really low. Okay. Looking good. Nice to see you, Gigi. I try to minimize my dishes. Make sure you're turning them over so you don't get any burning. Okay. Color is flavor, but up to a point. And beyond that, color is burning. Okay. They should be holding shape really well now. Okay. They're smelling good. They're looking good. Should be able to get them browned on all sides, even though they're a ball. Notice how nicely these have held their shape. They have not, yeah, clean as you go. They have not, I want to turn this low. I'm going to actually turn these onto the back burner now because it's a lower heat than the front one. Put that on the back. The whole kitchen, I can't tell you how nice the place smells in here right now. Now another trick, when you got, if you're doing them in a skillet, like I am here, a cast iron skillet, or even if you're putting them in the oven to cook off, once everything is all browned, you want to take a, once they're all browned on all sides, you want to take a little bit of water, okay, add it in and cover it quickly, and that steaming penetrates that meatball and gets that cooked really, really intensely in a very short period of time. Steam is much more invasive, okay? Just think about steam burns compared to regular burns. Steam burns are outrageous, okay? These are looking really good, okay? These are looking excellent. And I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of water to this. These are all browned up nice. Let me get my lid ready. There they go. Man, that's going to steam those. Woo! Steam them up real good. Okay? Going to maintain that moisture in them. You're not going to lose that moisture. The longer those things cook, the more moisture is going to be forced out into the atmosphere. This forces them to create steam, which impedes the movement of the moisture out of the meatball, okay? Let's see, this was 90-10. Yeah, this was a very lean. Yeah, baking meatballs is easy too. That's a good way to do it too. While they're cooking, we want to make sure that they're thoroughly cooked. Remember, it's a pork product here. Thank you, Abraham. All right. Okay. And you better plan on about 15-20 minutes to really let them cook off well. Okay? Very important. All right. Yeah, they're really steaming nicely. And I've got the heat all the way to the lowest that it can go now. What we're doing is just basically like you would put them in the oven. I'm doing the same thing, but using a skillet as a mini oven. Okay? And I'm getting everything all cleaned here. So that really makes a big difference. You know, to lock in that moisture, do not let that, how many times have you had a meatball? It's so dry and so hard. They laugh, they call it a hockey puck, you know. That bread's looking good. They call that a hockey puck. Cooking at the Rancho. There we go. Hey, Sammy, how are you, sweetie? We got handsome Robert coming today. These are looking good. I got the heat very low. These are still very moist, these meatballs. Very, very good. And they got that good color on them too, which is nice. Okay. Make sure you turn them over so that they cook on all sides. I've not had one problem with these hanging together really, really beautifully here. Okay, just make sure you flip them over. Not one of these. Sometimes you'll have a meatball that breaks apart and all that. Okay, it happens. Keep that covered. And I've got the heat on the very, very low. They look good. They do look good, I have to say. All right, I'm going to get something to drink real quick. Now I'm all done. I can scratch my nose a little bit. Have something to drink, wash my hands, and then fluff this bread a little bit here. Okay? We want that bread to get good rye. Make sure the cover on the bread is not pulling tight. Okay? We want the covering to be very loose on top of it. Okay? We want nothing to restrain the rise. Helen, how you doing, sweetie? Nice to see you. Mine turned out good last night, but I think I'd rather. Oh, Sharon, I think you got skills, girl. I think you got skills. I think you got skills. We want to make sure these are really, really nice the way all the heat is being retained in here now. And if you need to add a little more water. It's not going to hurt anything. Just allowing them to continue to steam. Okay, that steam is penetrating in the interior with that. You know, steam has an ability to go deeper faster, okay, versus boiling water or something like that, okay? So we're cooking the inside as fast as we can without destroying and, you know, making it so damn hard to meatball. You clean dish, yeah, that's good too. You can use that, a clean dishcloth too, yeah, exactly. Tested my cooking several times with like 4 spoons in my sink. I like that. Eba Heenan, thank you. Vanessa, how are you doing, beautiful? Joshua, I made sauce some time ago. We can our own Rancho sauce. You can go back and look at some of the videos on that. This is our own red sauce. It looks a lot oranger on the video, but it's a very red, and it's beautiful. We pressure can that. Make that real nice. Okay, be having that. I got a couple jars of this left. Usually have enough to last the season. I'll usually put up 5 gallons a year of sauce. That's usually enough, about 20 times of using it. I'll use it for lasagna. You can see all the videos of putting up our own sauce here on the Rancho. Is that Robert? I think. Hey, handsome Robert. Robert here. What's going on, Robert? Hey, just making meatballs. All right. All right.
Well, I didn't know. I got some stuff from Margarita.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go.
I figured, you know,
Yeah, say hi to everybody.
oh, over here?
Yeah.
All right. Where are they? Oh,
There he
up
is.
there?
Yep, yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, there we are. Yeah,
All
making just finished making meatballs.
Wow.
Wow, how does that look, huh?
Good, good, good.
There's handsome Robert. You want to Jack? Work with him to create some space. Margaritas and hang out and chat with Robert while I'm doing this over here. Yeah, yay, Robert. He is. Yeah.
You look like you got a headache or something.
Yeah, she lives with me.
Oh.
He lives with me. Let me give you a little more room and grab him a chair or something to have a seat and relax. Yeah, I'm just knocking out the meatballs over here and also getting ready to do some bread. Does it smell good in here today?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
All right, let's tempt Robert. Huh?
There we go. Great.
Yeah. And then make sure that they're all thoroughly done. Robert in the house. There he is. Everybody said hi, Robert.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, Robert never comes empty-handed, although I always want him to. He never does. So we're gonna let the you got some. What did you bring? Jose Cuervo. Wow, Tradicion. So wow, you really went all out.
No, not really.
That's really nice stuff. That Cuervo silver, yeah, it's like good stuff. So.
Well, help yourself.
Please. 101?
Yeah.
It's a pitch. All right, well, we got some, I'd like a margarita. That would be great. And we got some glasses here, too. Really nice.
Okay.
You going to join me with one here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Pour a little ice, get a little ice. Yeah, the traffic is terrible. I can never figure it out. I don't like people that just sit there. People that just sit there. Huh?
And well, they put big space.
Oh yeah, people jump in front of them. Got India.
But my little car, I can't see around these SUVs, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm wondering what the heck is going on.
Swizzle for stirring in front. Oh, everybody saying
I
hi.
didn't need salt. You have margarita salt?
Yeah.
You gotta have that.
Yeah, one little plate jam and some salt here. One little plate. We're rimming the glass. I already turned it up. I already filled it with ice. How dumb am I?
That's okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, back to my cooking. Jen's going to hang out with Robert a bit here. And these meatballs should be just about done. We're going to take one for sampling now. We need to take a meatball and we need to cut this here to make sure that it is done inside. Okay, and we open it up. And I will show you guys here that is perfectly done on the inside there. We can now turn off the heat and our meatballs are good. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Woo! Boy, is that good. Can I get woo? Man, that is good. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave those meatballs right in there. That's exactly what I'm going to do. They're going to stay nice and moist. And now we're going to get over to our bread. We're going, yeah, you can add some garlic too. I use the garlic powder.
What do I do with it?
Let's give you some room.
Hey, Tim, really cut.
Yeah, right up in the cabinet.
Here?
Yeah. I think the rice wine vinegar is what really gives it a little bit of a forward punch. Robert is making a margarita here. Yeah, just think if you had some cheese in them meatballs. There you go. Well, there's so many different optional things that you can do in making, in making meatballs. Spankies. Oh, my. All right, so our meatballs are perfect. Man, Lord, are they good. Boy, they turned out. Woo, so good. I'm going to keep the big spoon in here. They're going to maintain their moisture. I just keep them running limp. Thank you, Robert. Cheers to you. Let's have a cheers. There's my church buddy.
All right. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
There's Cinco de Mayo. Oh, okay. Man, that's nice. Jose Cuervo Silver. I use pork and beef. Yeah, I use pork. I got some loose Italian sausage, and I use that combined with the beef for a little bit more of Italian punch. Some people will use just straight ground pork. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, he's a great house guest. We love handsome Robert. He's a doll. He is a sweetie. Bobby will be over. Yeah, we're gonna eat in about 3 hours. We're gonna hang out with Robert. See what he thinks about the curtain rod. He's dreading that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, want to put that out? Okay.
Yeah, Jen, you want to help direct him with that? What tools he needs? Oh, why don't we load up your receiver before we have too much to drink here? Oh, man. I don't want to have too many margaritas in me moving a $2,500, $3,000 stereo receiver here. Yeah, all these years. Well, Rosie, always count on me to always bring the handsome ones, right? Good old JK looks like he could pound nails in with his head, right? All right. Robert is on the job. Hey, I've got a good header up there. Big issue. figure I better get Robert to put the curtain rod up when he's still kind of okay, you know, because the fucking thing might be like that again. Oh, that is good. The smell is unbelievable. I want to have like 10 more. It's almost time to do our bread now. Look at how that is risen. All we're going to do here is just tuck this under on the edges now. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at the size of that now. Okay? All we want to do, we don't want to take any of the puffiness out of it, okay? Look at how I'm working that in. I'm cooking up a nice Italian dinner, Ward. Thank you. Nice to see you. We want to be very gentle with this, okay? We're going to break an egg. Okay. I don't have a lot of camera space here. I'm going to take an egg and I'm going to beat that with a fork, and then we're going to brush that on with the pastry brush. All right. Be very gentle here. You don't want to do anything to deflate your loaf. Break down all the membrane in the egg so it goes on smoothly. Oh no, I have to get rid of my partner. Oh no, okay. Well, be careful, PG. You always got your hands full, honey, I'll tell you. All right, let me find my brush here. My brush. I'm going to go ahead and brush this now. This is going to allow it to get a real, remember I have high temperature, 800 degrees. Forget about baking bread at 350. Okay, get that concept out of your head. Commercial ovens don't use 350 degrees, all right? Pizza ovens don't use 350 degrees. All right, now we're going to take our knife. All right, and we're going to make our 3 slashes. Okay, just like so. And then we're going to brush it one more time. Let's brush it one more time here. And then she's going to go into the oven. I'm going to take some, and keep this on the side. We're going to pull it out with 10 minutes to go. We're going to rebrush it again, okay? Now, we're going to take some ice cubes and throw it in the bottom when we put it in here. Okay? Maybe 1 cup of ice cubes. I'm going to now put the bread in the oven. I have a baking stone. I'm going to sit it on top of it. Just like that. Here goes. You can hear all that steam. Okay. And I have a water bottle sprayer here. And I'm going to spray the loaf real quick. There's a lot of moisture in there now, okay? Now we're going to set the timer for 10 minutes. Okay, this is high temperature, 10 minutes. Yep, got to have bread. That's what I decided. I wanted to make a good loaf of bread. So there's our timer. We got 10 minutes. Once it rises for 10 minutes, then we're going to bake it off for an additional 35 minutes. 5 minutes before the end, we're going to pull it out and we're going to put another coating of the egg wash on it. Okay?
Everything's okay.
Okay, I got a long level in there too if you need it. I'm going to go see my ugly shop in there. So, oh, thank you, Sugar. I appreciate that. Yeah, fresh bread. What's the purpose of those cubes? Cheryl, the purpose of those ice cubes is this. The way you get a loaf of bread, and especially artisan bread, you want to have an artisan bread that has a lot of pockets inside of it, a lot of holes when you slice it. The way you get that is you want that bread to rise as much as possible before the crust is set, okay? You want that bread to have what they call the maximum oven spring, okay? Nothing should retard that rise for as long as possible. By putting moisture into the oven with those with those ice cubes, and by spraying that loaf, it's preventing that crust from forming for as long as possible, allowing that loaf to get maximum oven spring before the crust sets, okay? And in doing so, when you slice that bread, it'll have holes in it. It'll be real artisan type of bread. So that's why we use the ice cubes. Commercial ovens use steam injection. They'll actually blow steam into the oven, and that allows for that crust to retard or delay being formed on it. Okay, it's a very good idea to do that. Get used to baking at high temperature for the first 10 minutes, and then make sure your loaf is good and wet. You can actually give it. You got to be very gentle though. You don't want to deflate your loaf. Okay, you can actually give that. Don't slam an oven door. You can actually give that a secondary spray. So when I do the later hangout, when we're eating and all that, and Bobby is over here, that'll be on the Rosie O'Kelly channel. You'll be able to see, we'll slice up the bread. You'll be able to see how wonderfully that bread turns out. So. Oh, you got to try baking bread, Shauna. It's one of life's great pleasures is to break bread. Yeah, that's a great tip for you guys. I have a lot of videos on Rosie O'Kelly for bread baking and also on here. Many, 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 many tips. But you'll find a lot of people will, they don't know about baking at extremely high temperature in the beginning, nor do they know about ice cubes or spraying a loaf and all that. Yeah, Gigi, I think Gigi's going to be RVing.
So I gotta get the door shut. Yeah, that's kind of like,
All right. Yeah, Missy Jen's pottering around. Principle would be the same to make sure that it doesn't become just a ball, a very firm ball, to make sure it still has some, what would I say, some I don't want to say looseness aspect of it. Yeah, we're all hopeful for Gigi. She's been down a long road with a lot of bullshit in her life. I'd like to see her be able to relax and actually enjoy some of her life. See Missy Jen pottering around. Yeah, don't be, honey. A lot of people got your back. It doesn't make enough difference with an electric oven. That's a good idea, Cheryl. Just turn that heat as high as it goes for 5 minutes. See, I have a blower in there that becomes a convection oven. It moves the heat for even distribution. Yeah, Missy Jen's doing pretty good, huh? She's walking around. I can already smell bread. That's a good sign. Yeah, we love you, Gigi. We love you, girl. Yeah, all the pieces will fall into place. Oh, meatballs, so good. Missy Jen's helping Robert get up that convection electric. It should be to bake your bread at 350 degrees. But if you want artisan bread is, it's got the big holes in it and, like a ciabatta, something like that. So, yeah, you need a break, Gigi. I've been seeing you around too much. That means you've been busy as hell. I'm going to be 3 sheets to the wind before they even finish hanging up this curtain over here, You guys looking forward to Las Vegas coming up this week? How's that going to be? Las Vegas, baby. I think we're about 2 minutes away. Lots of stuff. Yeah, that's cool, Gigi. That's cool, honey. You do what you can do. You're not here for my benefit. You're here to live your life. Sit there to have a landing pad for the. Oh, thank you. I got this. You can go back and look at the Gem Fair, F-A-I-R-E. Back in 2017, you can see the video because there was a lot of controversy in the video about whether somebody stole something off the table and put it in their pocket or not. If you just look at Gem Fair, let me turn on this smoke detector. Every time I bake a loaf of bread, that thing goes off. Lord. All right, let's take a look. Oh, that loaf looks beautiful. All right, now we're going to back our heat down to about 450 degrees, okay? Back that down to 450. And I'm going to pull this loaf out for a minute. You guys are going to see this. And I'm going to overcoat this again. Look at how beautiful that loaf looks. Look at that. All right, real gently now. Okay. That's going to be a beautiful artisan loaf. How nice does that look, huh? Doesn't that look good? That's the difference between regular bread baking and artisan. Be gentle. Be very gentle with it, okay? All right, now back to temperature down. We need to bake that for at least a half hour, probably 35 minutes, okay? How did that look? Pretty good, huh? You weren't expecting that. Now, when that's finally done baking, and I go to slice that, it's going to have those nice big air pockets and air holes in it. It's going to be good. That buttered bun, right, Happy Meal? That's it. Garlic salt or powder. I'm just going to serve it straight up. I'm just going to have some butter on the table. I need to thaw that out, by the way. Not thaw it out, just sit it out so it warms up. Thanks for reminding me. And I have some coconut cream pie for dessert, should Robert choose to try my dessert. Missy Jen will tell you that turned out good. Put out some fresh butter for tonight. We'll let this get warmed up. Okay, take care, Michelle. Thank you, honey. Thank you for stopping by. I'm going to send a link to my mobile phone so we can check in on Handsome Robert and Missy Jen to see what they're doing over there. Okay. Let that butter warm up a bit. Shake some meatballs, baby. Look at this Vegas fixing. Top of the line meatballs right there, honey. Top of the line. Nice to see you, Rory. Can't wait to see you down in Vegas. Kicking it out poolside, baby. Huh? Yeah, once you get to Class B, you'll be all settled in. I like to make different types of flavor butters. Yeah, that's good. Doesn't let meatloaf in her mouth. I don't know. Waxing my mustache. There you go. Woo! Oh! Let's go ahead and send myself a link. We'll see what they're doing in the kitchen, okay? Let's go mobile. Let's go mobile for a minute. Let me go ahead and send myself a link to the phone. I gotta find my fucking stick. Where the hell did that go? You're filming my mustache. Mr. Mustache, yeah. Do that for Melton. That's funny as fuck. Melton was still dissing me last night. You can believe that? That dipshit was still dissing me last night. All right. No, don't put any messages here, Ibrahim, okay? That's a no-go. Don't put any phone numbers here. Let's go ahead and send this link. Let's send this to Rosie O'Kelly. Let's invite myself. Invitation posted. Go to Google Hangouts. All right. Accept. Let's turn that around. Proceed. Let's make sure hold on. I don't think Yeah, I'm still getting feedback. Hold on. Testing 2. Okay, there we go. All right.
All right.
You put my cell phone
Put my
on.
cell phone.
Let's turn that around.
Turn it around.
Flip that around.
Flip that around.
Let's make sure that's
Make sure that's good.
Yeah, this camera's always
always
it's a cell phone.
cell phone.
Okay. All right, let's let you
All right,
guys
let
see
you
the
guys see the
meatballs.
meatballs.
Got delicious taste. Oh, take a look at the bread. Good.
Good.
Remember, I
Remember, I
can't see
can't see
the
the side chat right now.
I think
I think I'm okay.
I get them,
I get the
am I getting
I get the
echo?
echo. I should be.
How about now? Is it muted? It's still echoing? How is it now? Is it okay? Okay now. All right, 77. Let's go see what they're doing. Remember, I don't got the side chat on here. How you doing, Bean Sprout? Nice to see you, baby doll. It's Handy Robert. There he is. Yay. Cobra John's always looking. There you go. I turned handsome Robert into a pressure player. Here we go. Finally, the sun came out. It'll be nice to sit outside, I think, tonight. There's Georgie. What are you doing, George? All right. Good thing they didn't. Good thing handsome Robert didn't see my fleshlight back there. There is the the first time you can see the original video, a time lapse where I put up the curtain originally. This is all the stuff that people have given us over the years on YouTube. Look at all this. Isn't that amazing? The fabled wall of sound. And the wall of amplitude. One wonders what the hell Robert's doing here. Jen's like, what? George, are you supervising? Yeah, George is helping out. Georgie, are you helping out? Hmm? What does he need, Jen? If I don't have it, I'd be surprised. What do you need? What do you need, honey?
No comprende. Yeah,
Don't
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What?
Jen's hiding out. You can't hide from me. Look, I got to do some painting here this summer. You can't hide from me. What you looking for? There's Robert's stereos all fixed up and ready to go here. Let's see. Get rid of these speaker cables. Okay. Let's get rid of this back here. Get rid of the. Got to get rid of the antenna here.
I've got one.
He's got one. Be careful. That thing could flip up on you. This whole shop needs a cleaning. Damn. This thing is heavy. 70 pounds, this unit. 70 pounds. It's no wonder I want to get it out of here. Let's get this thing out of here. Get that antenna off there so we're ready to go with this. Ready to go anytime. Beautiful unit. All restored like new. George, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Oh, I smell bread. Smells so good. Doesn't it smell good? Yeah, don't burn the bread. I still got, yeah. Got 22 minutes, so we're good. Should be good. The bread is looking righteous, isn't it? That's what you call this. Is what you call a margarita. How you doing, Sean? Get that loaded up before too many beers. I know, Joe. I'm having margaritas here. I'm already half a sheep to the wind. This is actually my favorite tequila. Is Jose Cuervo. I actually prefer this to Patron. Do you hear that, Robert? I actually like that more than Patron. Yep.
Well, I thought if we were going to be mixing it with sugar, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Good spine on right. I'll leave, Robert. Don't worry. This is YouTube at its finest right here. Right here. They just like to look at your handsomeness. That's all.
Oh.
They're all like, Rosie always finds them. Yes, she does. Yeah. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Let me put this back to me now. Sit this down. Let's see. Put this back to me. There we go. We'll put that off there. Okay.
Fix my sound. That should be okay. Hello, Reaper Man. How are you? Mallory, how you doing, honey? How are you feeling? It's funny how you miss somebody when they're not around. It's like I've hardly seen Mallory since that fucking accident. Two big windows. Need a panorama. That's it. Do I have echo now or okay? Echo. Hold on. Should be.
Oh man, echoing like a butthole.
Okay, the echo should be gone now. Okay, is the echo gone? The echo should be gone now. Echoing like you're in a butthole. There we go. Feel okay? I should be back to Rising. Okay, there you go. All right, how is it now? Is the echo gone? Okay, the echo is good. Thank you, Bonnie. Nice to see you, baby doll. God damn. Nothing like a margarita. Handsome Robert, nothing like a margarita. Hey Sheba, how are you, honey? I haven't seen you in a minute. Nice to see you. Mallory understands the game of drama. If Mallory doesn't understand the fucking game of drama, nobody does. He ain't like me. I kind of steer away from drama. Man, just steer right into that shit. Am I buffering like a mofo? Shouldn't be. I'm hardwired here. Am I okay? I shouldn't be buffering. Am I buffering? Okay, it's fine. Thank you, Nicole. Usually it's Nicole's ass that's buffering. That's good. Boy, that bread smells amazing. This bread smells rocking in here. Let's see if Bobby, I was trying to get Bobby over here a little bit. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Oh, like Kim, it's like I got 74 tabs open. That's funny. Okay, Bobby will be here. He's coming early. Bobby will be here at 3, Jen. Sorry. I'm barbecuing homemade hamburgers right now. Awesome. Oh, Chinese braised pork. I haven't seen the video yet. Don't hate me, Nicole. I was so fucking tired when I got home last night. I couldn't believe it. I walked like 7 miles yesterday. God, my knee was flaring. I had muscle cramps in my calf last night. Shit. What a miserable night. I didn't have enough to drink. That was the problem. I was exhausted. Put a cement slab down for, oh yeah, Gigi's moving in. Woo! There we go. Gigi, you're always welcome to come visit, baby doll. I always tell everybody Happy Meals, like, make sure I got plug-in. Pull right in. We got the whole big backpack there. Just make sure you got your ship to shore cable there. We're all good to go. Because I look like a real Italian mama with my, like Sophia Loren is making meatballs. Shut up, Nicole. Let that bitch overtake my chat here. Missy Jen's doing good. We're going to go spy again over there. See what they're doing. Guess we'll try to eat it at 4 today. Here you go. I'm all about, yeah, go ahead. Check out Nicole's Instagram. Go ahead, check it out. She's a very fine cook of Chinese and Asian cuisine. Check her out. I don't mind people promoting on here. Now, let me click on that a minute. Ah, damn. Holy shit. Let me throw that a like. Damn. See, Nicole's got the presentation part of it down, you know? Look at that. Isn't that nice? She's got the presentation part of that down. That is good. Oh, man, look at my face turning red from that fucking tequila. Nice job. We got about 12 more minutes on the bread. By Nicole Esquire. Ooh, that bread looks good. Woo! I got the Asian flush. I better go powder my nose. Gotta look good for handsome Robert. Courtney, what are you doing? Are you helping? Oh man. You don't want Robert to think like you put on your makeup with a fucking shotgun. Right? You think boys don't notice, but they do. But they do. Hey, Kat, how you doing? Kat's gonna teach me how to not put my fucking makeup on with a shotgun. All right, let's get you guys mobile again. Let's go ahead. Let's link this up here. Let me go ahead and send myself a link again. Let's see. Yeah, I know it's a little, you think it's a little too much. Of course it is. It's what makes Rosie, Rosie, right? Let's see. Rosie's always over the top. I don't have cat sense of style here. Okay, let's go ahead and send that. Let's go see what Robert's doing. All right, we want to make sure we're not. The fuck is that hang at? God damn, I hate this. You might get a little bit of feedback.
Here we go. Georgie, what are you doing? Huh?
Huh?
All right, no pressure, Robert. You got 90 people watching.
No, no.
No. Oh, shit.
No, just maybe you overlooked when you first. But
No, that's fine. You know, anything I can do to help you, let me know. Okay. I'm just grateful. The last thing I have is from 2013, a time lapse video putting up the old curtain. Yeah.
is this my drink?
That's your drink. You better drink up.
Yeah.
Robert's like, they don't pay me enough to do this shit around here. It is good. George, where's your drink? Huh? Where's your drink? Bobby will be here at 3, so we'll be coming.
So if I need help, right?
Yeah, if you need help. Well, Bobby's 6'3", so he can always help a little. Huh? No, we don't. It's got destroyed. I have a ladder though, if you want me to bring that in for you.
Won't be necessary.
Okay.
I'm realizing how hot it is in here. You know?
I'll leave. Okay. I'll open the door. Jesus. Some people just aren't pressure players. Remember Rosie's the ice queen. I'm the one who used to sink the shot at the free throw line with 1.5 seconds to go in the game. Send the Ice King up there. Woo! Okay, no pressure, Robert. I'm moving on. Don't worry.
That was
I lied. You want some soap? It helps drive them in. I always use soap
no,
to.
the head.
Yeah, I mean, I use soap and it just floats right in there. But
Oh, really?
yep.
Okay, well.
Well, if I got, let me see. Hold on a minute. You guys keep an eye on Handsome Robert. Hold on. So he doesn't steal the silverware. Hold on.
All right. We'll clean it up later.
All right. All right, now just if we got the screws, channels, we'll just run them through the soap a little bit. Those Red just does a wonderful job on there.
Great idea.
Yep, always works for me. Jay, how did you do? Who is it? Go get him. Get that dog. Go get that dog. Get up, George. Get that dog. Go get that dog. Get that dog. Go get him. Get that dog. Where's your whoopee? Where's your whoopee? Go get your whoopee. Where's your whoopee? All right. Oh shit.
Man, it's like a Chinese fire drill in there. Oh shit. Oh man, one margarita and woo! Well, we're down to about 5 minutes for the bread here. So this bread's gonna look good. Nicole, I'll bring the food to the fire drill. There you go. How you doing, Lori Green? What's going on, girl? Somebody sent me some Daisy Dukes that lace up the side here. You see your hole? Let's see your fridge. Well, I don't know. You got a real high class one. Let me put myself back on the stick again. You being all high class and everything. Put myself on the stick again. Cassidy being all high class and stuff. Let's see, Rosie O'Kelly. Bobby in Vegas coming up, baby. All right, here we go. So here. All right, here we go. See myself here. It's just like an LG. Has the lower freezer. Got the 2-level freezer. Still got some salmon from last July. Some stuff from Dollar Tree we want to try. And then it's got the upper. It's got all the stuff Joe Kane sent, all the tin cans. My God. Hope it's not echoing. Here's the meatballs. Okay. I'm already like kind of woofed up on this shit. Hecho in Mexico. Sorry, Robert. The girls wanted to see you in here.
Oh,
so.
they don't want to see me now.
I'm sorry. The crowd is spoken.
Yes.
There's Georgie. How did soap work for you? Okay.
Oh, I think it's right.
Oh, okay. Robert likes the wall of sound.
Yeah. I like a lot better than this wall.
That's why I never changed out the curtain. I just got fucking lazy. You know, I'd see that thing up there, and I didn't give a shit. You know.
Can I step on that?
Of course, that's why I brought it in. That's her step stool. Yeah.
All right.
There you go. It's nice and stable. Another nice junkyard find there. I ain't got all the cat's refined taste and stuff. There you go. Drive that baby in. Okay. Here we go. Here's the payoff, right? Here we go. Here we go. Well, bread time. All right, hold on a minute, guys. We'll sit this down. I'll be back in a minute. Put myself on for bread. That's funny, Mallory. Tell you the truth, I never asked the question. My answer is yes. I like girls and boys, you know. All right, let's go ahead and pull this bread out. This stuff should look righteous. Shut up, Nicole. Look at that. And that is a loaf of artisan bread right there. Look at that baby. Huh? Look at that, Cassidy. Crust. Show you guys in a minute.
That's the way you want a loaf of artisan bread to look. Nice crust on it. Nice high riser there. That good?
Good.
That's going to be some good eating with the spaghetti tonight, huh? Nice golden coat. That's exactly what you want. It's actually much browner and real than you see here. Just a white balance on this. No, I didn't put any rosemary in there, honey. Nice to see you, Cupcake. That's going to have a lot of nice air pockets inside. That looks good, huh?
Oh, no.
Echoing the butthole. Well, let's go out here. Woo! It actually looks level. Level the playing field, baby. Looking good, huh? Thank you, handsome Robert. It's looking good.
I'm not done yet.
Okay. That beautiful curtain. What the hell are you smelling at? It's all your fault, that thing anyway. Huh? No, Jen's like, that went up before I got here. Don't tell me about that.
I have sworn an oath, and I'm upholding it.
Who are you calling your oaf? Huh? See, Robert gets it done. Go, handsome Robert, go, go. He likes that beautiful 1960 21 tube stereo console. Motorola. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Woo! Can I get a big woo? Look at that. Where's Cobra John when you need him?
Well, I don't know. He probably would have thought about all this before.
He was like, that shit better be done tomorrow. That looks great. That looks good. I lost. It's like Boris's Duck Dynasty poster. You know what I mean? We kind of lose our talking point here now. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that looks great.
Right now, yeah. Maybe we should wait and see. Okay.
Yeah, you just have to push that side in a little bit on the right side so it telescopes inside a little bit more.
Push this in?
Yeah, it should, Jen, if you hold the other end, it should be able to telescope it right in there. Push your end to the right, Jen. And then I don't know if is that meant to slide in each other? Okay, well, one side you can set screw and then the other one there. So
The level?
yeah, it looks plenty level. It looks great.
All right. All right. I've had enough.
Robert's ready to drink. It's had enough. It's had enough of this shit. That looks great. Yeah.
Okay.
Next thing we gotta get up to loaded up the stereo. Right?
Oh yeah.
Don't want to. Yeah. Oh my God. You have enough energy. I had to manhandle that thing myself and get that baby all and sit it up on that, and that stereo's console.
Yeah.
My God, I'm a brute. Yeah, the two, it just has to be pushed together some towards the middle. I wouldn't put the set screw in yet, Jen, because this is too far out this end here. It's got to all be pushed together. And then pull the curtain over.
So you know what our problem was.
Yep.
You do. I didn't consider that there was a second bar back there.
Yeah, the shear, the window shear behind there. It's fine, Robert. It's much better than it was. You know, people wanted to come here and just hurt me because of this curtain. You know. You know what I mean? They wanted to actually hurt me, right? They want to come here and hurt you. See that? Is that right, Georgie? Huh? Is that right? Where's that doggy? Where's Domino? Go get Millie. Where's Millie Vanilli? Where's Penny? Huh? Where's Penny? There we go. Fluff and fold. There it is. It's good. Nice and level. Cobra John will be happy. Cobra John's going to give you a pass on that.
Okay.
All right. Perfect.
Where are those sets? This one? The middle? You need to do that? Okay.
Guys don't like that when you're hanging out.
This fella, that's right. Going to feed him. We got some spaghetti and meatballs tonight coming up. There's something, Kat, about there's something about green. They did a study of people in institutions, and they found when they use green walls compared to any other color, it made people calmer and immeasurably lowered their blood pressure, which is kind of weird. Got the balls simmered. Well, I got them going over here. We're gonna add them to the sauce. We're gonna plan on eating at 4 o'clock today, so looking good. I guess Robbie's good at rooting the eclipse. No, I'm not gonna ask him that. Rosie might. Oh, you couldn't hear him? Okay. I use green in so many places around the place, especially outside too. I'll put you guys on the stick. We'll walk outside a little bit. Nicole will tell me I'm echoing like a butthole in here. Hold on a minute. Let's go look a little bit outside. Let's go put. Let's go see.
Guys,
Guys,
you're echoing like a butthole.
Oh, thank you, Carla.
Let's go on outside. There's Jen. Hey! The hell are you doing? You don't ever want Jen doing that, Jen. All right, well, Robert, you did a wonderful job. Take a picture of that. There we go. Thank you, my friend. Now go get your drink. Bobby! Bobby. There's Bob. Oh, it's not Bobby. I thought it was Bobby. You sounded like him. Who in the hell's got that truck in? I could barely turn the corner. Look at the nice color, guys. We did the planting here. These wintered over. Isn't that beautiful? That go beautiful with the house. Those red and white geraniums.
Yeah, those are great. How come you never go out in your front yard?
I'm going out right now. They look pretty. Huh? I got to cut the grass. Hey, you punk. Hey, you punk. People like that when I call out punks on the street. Yeah. This is like rush hour. This is, look at it. Oh, yeah, we had Cinco de Mayo up there today.
You know that movie Gran Torino?
Yeah, Gran Torino.
So
yeah. Go ahead, punk.
when you get older, you can sit out there.
Yeah, I'm going to sit out here and give people hell, you know? Fucking punks. Punks. Yeah, it's Cinco de Mayo celebration. That's why everybody's in the hood today. They're going up for the Cinco de Mayo. Right up at the shopping center there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is, the hood. The Rancho's looking good. Rancho's looking good. I forgot it's Cinco de Mayo up on the parking lot up there today at the Dollar Tree.
I know.
There. Bobby will be here any minute. Oh, I can't. Oh, it's too windy coming through here.
It's gonna be a nut house.
All right. Robert's going to get his drink and chill out for a bit.
Yep.
Thank you, Robert. That looks great.
Yeah, he deserves a good
Yep,
drink.
deserves a good drink, and
You
yeah,
guys
looks
are just
good.
saying that.
Yeah, I know. We're
telling
just
you.
saying. We're nasty, Robert. You know, your old drink.
Yeah.
I don't know. You carried it around somewhere. Here's my tanning bed. Still got to load up his stereo. Look at this persimmon I cut. It's actually, I knew it would, I knew some new green shoots would come out. Springing back to life. Very happy about that. Be a much more controlled tree now. Just finishing up with the blooms from the Lady Banks English climbing roses. They're looking good.
Yeah.
Beautiful. They covered that fence real nice. You've never smelled orange blossoms? These things smell amazing. There's our Samuto Israeli-Palestinian orange tree. It's a Middle Eastern orange, very rare. I got a well leak here I got to fix this week before I take off to Vegas. It's our Valencia orange for juicing. Our Meyer lemon for lemon meringue pies, lemonade. Our peach tree. It's our whole orchard here. We still got, even though I sprayed, we still got some peach leaf, girl. Here. It's our sour orange for marmalade. English style, you need sour oranges. Seville oranges. Didn't really get any this year. Our cherry trees are still small. Our plum tree. This is like an elephant heart plum. Very light year because of all the rain. Plum. Couple little plummies there. It's our pear tree. Our other plum tree, Santa Rosa plum, Japanese plum variety. Let's go in the backyard. Let's go in the back 40. I got to cut the grass again. Domino, Millie. Millie. See what our apple tree looks like. Long way back here. Our Gravenstein apple should have a lot this year. Just finished flowering. a really old tree. It just struggled with this big maple tree here, an oak tree there. Look at how it kind of pitched forward to save itself. Pretty wild. And then took out the fig tree last year. A lot to take care of this property. These crappy little places, $2,500 a month to rent these. Imagine that. How ridiculous California real estate is. A big traditional yellow rose. Oh, the yellow rose, Texas. Oh, that smells good. When I first moved here, I had trees dropped, everything. Guys like, do you want me to remove this big rose? I said, no, it's the only decent thing on the whole property. Everything else was a wreck. Everything else was literally falling down. The house, the grounds, shitty looking dead trees. I'm like, no, please, no. Now look at it, pretty nice. Got our bottle brush. This gives us a lot of privacy. Millie! Millie! Love these bottle brush. If you ever had chemistry, you know why it got its name. Australia, they don't need any water at all. They grow nice and tall. I see you found your drink. We're gonna have to do a spring moonshine run. Just in case Robert needs to crash tonight. There's our still, our beautiful still. Barlow, Kentucky. Made hundreds of gallons of moonshine. Yeah, you can look at the videos on the channel. I renovated this and did all this for a nice granny unit. Narse complained the shower was too small. He couldn't wash his balls. Like really? That's my fucking problem. Holy shit! It's only 1 yard wide by 1 yard. I mean, what the serious fuck, man? Aunt Rosie, you know I couldn't wash my balls and. Oh shit! What a fucking world of boy, you know. God damn! Pardon me. You couldn't wash your balls. Shit. Isn't that funny? I don't know what the hell, Jen's the usual cheery conversation of bodies in a masquerade. All right.
I was fucking dead. He came out and said, Aunt Rosie, you know, I couldn't wash my balls. I'm thinking, well, are you gonna fucking ask me to come out and do it for you? I mean, what are you doing? Jesus. Oh, you want to live in the granny unit? Jews. Oh shit! I'm sorry, guys. Whoever said dead, that's the way I felt, Gigi. It's like fuck me, you know. I'm like, God, what do you want me to do, man? Shit. Yeah, beautiful loaf of artisan bread there. Isn't that lovely? That's what it's all about. Yeah, it's 300 square feet. That's exactly what it is. It's all legally permitted, all approved. You can see the videos of when I did the job, and the inspector would always sign off on the sheet. I did all my own plumbing, all the whole house here, the whole ranch, all the buildings. I did my own electrical, my own plumbing, everything. I mean, you know, not many people are going to be house guests and tell you, you know, the big problem with the shower was I couldn't wash my balls in it. I mean, you guys, if a house guest came in your house, I don't care if it's your best friend's husband, you'd kick his ass to the curb. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Thank you, Gigi. Oh my God, what's going on? Is Berg's in here? Berg. Okay, Cesar. Did Berg's pop in? I haven't seen him. I mean, okay, you never fucking know. You never know what's in people's minds. I mean, the fucking thing, I could stand three of me side by side with you. You know what I mean? 1 yard wide. Marshall's like, yeah, you know, Rosie, Narsa couldn't soap his balls. You know, Marshall always is the bearer of bad news. 3 weeks after somebody left, he tells you what they really thought of staying. Oh man, that's funny as shit. Bobby here? Bobby! Oh, Georgie! Bobby. I'm live. Robert's outside. We've got 2 Roberts in the house here. Bobby had spaghetti meatballs and a nice fresh loaf of Italian bread here. Bobby's here. You know what I'm saying, juice. So to speak, juice, you know. Yeah, Georgie's always excited to see Robert. That's funny as shit, Juice. Jesus. Juice, you ran Harvey off. God, that's funny. Be some good eating tonight. Okay, Bunny, take care, honey.
You know what? I think there's like really bad. I'm sure there's
180 is like, woo.
oh, back. I didn't know.
Go ahead. You know where the ice is? Just press it and get yourself some ice.
Okay.
Make sure to salt your ribs first.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we better load up your thing before you drink a shitload. Yeah, Robert, maybe before you have another one, we ought to load up your... I'm going to put up the garage door and just we can walk right through there. I'm not taking your money. It was for a job I enjoyed doing. What kind of dog is that? That's a mix between a, what is that, Jen? A boxer and a Boston Terrier and a pug. I guess we're going to be eating outside.
You'll rip your legs off if you come too close to the Rancho.
torture that dog. Everybody said hi, Missy Jen. Missy Jen tortures the dog.
I'm keeping him on his toes.
Matt wants a sparkly Dixon.
I came across a really annoying animal on YouTube. No, it's like a certain kind of fox. I gotta say,
I never knew a fox could bark.
I don't want to bark.
Thank you, cat. I'm like a mess. No makeup and everything, but still, thank you. Much love to all of you. Hi, Gigi. Nice to see you. I hope you're all doing good. Much love to each and every one of you. Thank you, Miss Nordson. Yeah, I've been going through migraines. It's the third day today in a row, so I have not felt like putting makeup on or being on panel or anything. Hey, Mr. Z in the house. I need to talk to you, Mr. Z. I'll probably text you later, Mr. Z. I got a few questions for you. I wanna, I might have some. I have actually some for you, Mr. Z. I found something for you that you might really like. Thank you, Kat. Hi, Rainpipe. Hi, Cookie. Yeah. I think it's probably the previous like starting to work into the system, and we also had some weather change too. It's been like really cold and windy. Hey Joey D, nice to see you. So it's my third day with the migraines today. It's like not fun. Not fun. No. Yeah, I'll let you know in a little bit here later on tonight. I'll shoot you a text. Yes, I do, Gigi. I have some. I didn't take it today though because it really makes me tired, and I wanted to be wide awake today. Like yesterday, well, last 2 days when I took it, it just really knocked me out, and then I just moved. I have some that is actually pretty good, but it just knocks you out. But anyway, enough of that. I don't like to talk about too much about my health stuff anymore. So yeah, you can kind of see I look like crap with bunny ears.
See that nice spread for tonight?
Yeah.
You've done it again.
She doing it again. I helped Robert put up the rod, the curtain rod. It's a beautiful curtain rod. Mr. Pinko, I was actually warned of the turmeric. I had a friend of mine took turmeric and had some terrible side effects of it, and I gotta be careful. I gotta consult with me doctors, and I'm actually looking into trying the moringa herb that's supposed to be helping to regrow nerve cells, but I do need to consult my doctor, which I will have a doctor appointment this coming Saturday. So I will be talking to my doctor about that. Hi, Beryl. Nice to see you. So yeah, Cheryl. Let's see. Cheryl mentioned the moringa herbal supplement. So I will ask about that this coming Saturday. And I consult with my doctor about several things. Yeah, it'll get better. I think it's with getting all the my I did eat a lot of chocolate too, and I should not do that either.
All right, Jen, I'm going to move the setup
All
outside.
right, Rosie, we'll move everything outside. So
We will see you on the Rosie O'Kelly channel.
hugs, love, and kisses to y'all. Kat, Gigi, Mr. Pinko, Joey D, Beryl, Miss Snowitz, Pam.
Vegas, baby.
Yes, Cheryl. Yes, Cheryl. I will talk to my doctor on this coming Saturday. I have an appointment early in the morning. I will talk to her and I will let you then know. Much love. Hi, Blue.
Careful, dog.
You all go outside. I mean, I'll have me some of this delicious bread.
Mr. Blue, I will see you guys outside. We're going to set up in on Rosie O'Kelly channel. I know you guys want to see the feast, see how the bread turned out and all that, the meatballs. So I will see you. Those of you who want to be on the other channel, we'll see you soon. Thanks for being along.